What is going on, One Piece fans? It is your boy Cali Mac on the track, never whack, bring it back, and we are here with Strawhat Sitdown, episode number 7. Oh, we moving, baby. We got 2 chapters to review today, 2 humongous chapters to review. It's about to be a doozy. We got a lot of stuff to discuss, a lot of stuff to talk about, a lot of stuff to debate. I'm here with the Strawhat Sitdown gang as per usual. We got a new boy in the building. Step it up to my boy D3. What's going on, brother?
What's good? I'm happy to be
here. Gang in this bitch, feel me? We got that boy Mr. G in the building.
Hey, what's good, everybody?
What's going on? We got that boy Strawhat Mod in the building too.
What's good, y'all? What's good?
Yo. And we got that boy Yhuss, of course. What's going on, bro?
What's going on?
Gang. We have 2 chapters to review because we couldn't make it last week. I was in Chicago for Frosty Faustings, but ended up working out because the 2 chapters kind of flow into each other, and we got some OD revelations and things that play out in this last chapter. So it's gonna flow into each other. It's gonna work well, and I'm just gonna get into it because I kind of want to get to this next chapter. So we're gonna start with 1038, Kid in Law versus Big Mom. I'm gonna give a short summary, and then we're gonna break it down, talk about everything that we saw, etc. You know how we do this. This is episode 7. You already know what we do by now. Come on, you feel me? All right,
sir.
So chapter 1038, we start out with Chopper and Frankie both recover. Chopper comes back to his normal size, and he makes a note that Zoro is the drug that he gave Zoro should have worn off by now, and the repercussions are going to be deadly. We then cut to Zoro with the Grim Reaper standing over him, and then that's the last we hear from him. Like, so we don't even know what's going on with that. But that's the developments on the Straw Hat side. Then we cut to Izu escaping from Kaido's Beast Pirates and whatnot. Escaping from the crawl space, gets to the basement where he ends up encountering the 2 CPO agents that have been wandering around the island the entire arc. Now, these 2 CPO agents confront him, but they tell him they will leave him alone and continue to walk. Ezio stops them and tells them, "You will not go anywhere." And that's the last we see from them. So now that's a whole conflict going on. We then cut to Yamato, who makes it to the armory to stop the ink fire monster. I don't even know. Does it have a name?
Yeah, it
does have a name.
Kazembo. Yeah, I just seen it.
It's
okay.
Kazembo,
right?
Yeah. The black plague, whatever. Yeah. So Yamato makes it in time to stop Kazembo and begins fighting the ink fire beast or whatever it is. So that's going on. So those are all of the things that are going on the other parts of the island. We then cut to the live floor where Big Mom is still fighting Law and Kid. He has them both not defeated. He has them both on the floor, look presumably unconscious. That's how they look, and proceeds to go to help Kaido and make his way to the roof. But the 2 supernovas get up at the last second, hit them with some more attacks. With another crew, Law hits him with another Kroom attack, and Kid hits her with a mechanical bull made up of a whole bunch of metal around the area. This stops Big Mom in the traps, and they proceed to tell her that she will not reach the roof as long as they are alive. And that is how chapter 1038 ends. Yeah, what you guys think?
So, go ahead.
Oh, okay. For the part with Zoro, I definitely think he's about to get another hockey balloon. I think the Grim Reaper could be an apparition of like Enma testing him because he's like on the brink of death. So I think the sword could be testing him to see like is he actually strong enough to withstand his hockey still while he's down and out.
Yeah, right. While he's on his last leg and whatnot.
Yeah. I think this is a situation with the sword where it's either he's gonna conquer it now, or he's gonna let it kill him, and we all know Zoro's not gonna die.
So you think it has to do with the sword, though? That's why the Grim Reaper.
100%. I think his hockey's gonna bloom here, and he's gonna be able to control Enma. He's still probably not gonna be able to fight, but I do think this is a test from the sword.
Someone in chat asked if you were a ZKK fan, bro. Not like this.
Yo, he didn't even say all that.
He didn't even. I'm saying. All he said was that the sword is because of the sword.
He said he didn't say he was gonna get back up. ZKK
is Zoro kills Kaido.
Oh no, hell no. Luffy's getting the 1v1. Luffy's getting the 1v1
No,
free.
100%.
I just think the sword's testing him.
Yeah, I actually didn't know what to think about the Grim Reaper. I'm not gonna lie. I didn't think it had anything to do with the sword, but that makes somewhat sense.
It does.
Like, I just assumed death was coming. Like, I was just taking it literal as shit. But
I also think it's because I believe Zoro has like said that he'll fight death itself, right? Like the Grim Reaper. Like I know he's threatened it before.
Has he said that?
Like one time before he has. So I feel like it's just another to show that like, all right, death is actually there. Now Zoro's gonna fight death too after fighting King, after fighting Kaido. Like that's what I think. I think it's just Oda trying to show like Zoro's really at doorsteps and he's gonna continue fighting just how he always does.
yeah, respect that. I can definitely respect that.
I do like the Enma thing though too, still testing him too though, because Enma is like, all right, well, sure you won the fight, but you still got me. Like I'm still draining your shit. So.
Hopefully we get an update on
That's
Zoro
the way I
next
felt
chapter
about it.
because I need to know my boy good, man.
I totally forgot that Frankie was pretty much with Zoro in like watching him fight King the whole time, because he had caught Zoro in one of the earlier chapters in the fight from him getting blown out from King. But,
I don't remember that. I'm not gonna count.
Yeah. And that's why he's looking for him now too, because it was a nice touch.
What do y'all think of the possibility? I seen this a little bit. Some people said that like this is actually Brook.
I saw that.
Yo, my brain. Hey, yo!
I saw that picture. It was basically like Robin carrying Brook, and he's running
Right.
through.
I was like,
Yeah,
bro, if this is Brook,
And
I'm
then-
gonna trip the fuck out.
That'd be
Like,
funny.
I think that would actually be a golden
That'd be
ass
funny.
twist. I'm not gonna lie. I would
It would be
actually fuck
funny.
with that heavy.
It would be so funny. It would be funny. I'm not gonna lie, but like I feel like this is like not the tone. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel like
Yeah.
Nah, that
I feel
makes
like
sense.
the
I
tone's
agree
way
with
too
that.
serious for
Yeah.
him to pull his head off and be like, "Oh, it's me."
yeah, like in the same chapter where Izo is like stepping up. Obviously, we're not talking about the episodes where he's stepping up in
Oh
front
my
of
God.
CP0. Maybe giving his life after because we know he's injured and stuff. Like I feel like that's a weird tone shift, even though it would be hilarious.
Yeah.
And also another reason why I don't believe it's Brook and Robin is because in chapter 10:30 to 31, the last time we see them, they're actually in the basement area, near where they land on Fuga's hair, the number with Yamato when they're being chased by CP0. So that's the last time we see them. So Frankie's closer to Zoro, and he was the last person to see him. So I do think it makes more sense for like Frankie to be the Straw Hat nearest him, and he's gonna get to him. I do believe, just based on how the paneling and all that went, where like they talk about the medicine, Chopper's worried for him and stuff like that. I think it's gonna be like I think it might actually be death or like some sort of representation of it.
Yeah.
And I think the first thing I thought was that Zoro's like hallucinating, like he's like just bugging. But then I watched the craziest video, and I'm gonna try to summarize it. But basically, Thriller Bark and Wano have a lot of ties. So
Right.
when Kaido and Big Mom were introduced,
Right.
and there's a lot of ties, the sword, Ryuma, stuff like that. And in that arc, Zoro beat Ryuma to save Brook's shadow. So someone actually made a crazy video about the fact that it might be returned in full this arc and give Brook something to do if somehow he can use his Devil Fruit Awakening or something like that to bring Zoro's soul back from the underworld. In some sense.
That would
What
be
the
sick.
fuck?
That would actually
That's
Yo,
3D chess. What the hell?
That's OD,
I
right? Like
that.
I really like that, and I think because we have to talk about it. I feel like that, man, Oda can't talk about that. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, 100%.
like all these. I don't want to like bring it down to him, but all these moments where he's faking niggas out and shit. Especially, like literally, this arc might have been one of the worst ones, right?
This
where-
arc specifically, you say?
Yeah, like
Yeah,
Kinemon,
100%,
right? Like that, like
100%.
one of the worst ones, right? Like so. We end of a Straw Hat of all people. Like Izo, I'm kind of shook for him. I'm not gonna lie, but Zoro, I would never be scared
Yeah,
of this
we
nigga
know
in
he's
my life.
not dying 100%.
Has
Yeah.
anybody died in Wano
Yo,
yet?
I'm not gonna lie. I'm still the last.
Yeah,
Wait, go
what's
ahead.
his face?
Oh, the old man.
Yeah,
yeah,
Yasu,
the man
yeah.
that was,
Yasui, yeah.
Yeah, Yasu, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, what were you gonna say, Kali?
I just.
I-
Oh, go ahead.
I think the big.
I'm low key still expecting Pedro to come back, bro. I'm not gonna lie. I would not be surprised if he just pulls up in one of these chapters, like
No.
surprise.
I would
Oh,
be
Nah, bro,
happy,
he's
but
gone.
nah. No, he
Nah,
coming with
he's gone.
Katakuri, bro. He coming with Katakuri, bro.
Yo,
You just seen him on the fucking
New
crowd.
straw hats, new straw hats.
Oh,
yo.
no.
But yeah,
Speaking
I
of,
think. What's up, Sean? My bad.
Oh, no, you good. That reminded me too that you said Katakuri and stuff, because the cover. Wait, was it the cover of this one or was it the cover of the next one? But yeah, this one. Okay, so yeah, as you see there, Sanji's brothers are captured.
And they're still in Whole Cake, yo. They said,
yeah, they're still on Whole Cake. So people were talking about, oh, there's some stakes finally. So, like, because we didn't know if they got away or not.
Yeah, we have some actual information. That is.
Oh,
insane.
I didn't even, bro. You know what? I've been so engulfed in the actual chapters. I didn't even realize he was doing another cover story.
Yeah.
How long has it been going?
The last 2, I believe.
Oh, so it just started. Okay, so I'm not tripping.
But yeah, I really as to the Grim Reaper, I love the Enma idea, and also I think that's cool because the King of Hell thing that he brought up, and obviously if the fucking death pulls up, he's like, yo, that's my, like, why are you talking about my name, right? Like that kind of shit could be the case. So I feel like it go a lot of ways. I don't fuck with the Brook idea. You know what I'm saying?
I don't either. I don't either. No, thank you.
I feel like it's way too lighthearted in a tone where everything is serious. Like people don't know if they're gonna live or die, and then Brook's just like, "Hey, I'm here."
Yeah, and then Zoro's like, when he gave him the medicine, he's like, "Dude, it doesn't matter what happens to me after, as long as I can fight right now." Like it was such a serious moment. So I really hope he goes somewhere serious with it at least.
I think
I believe it will.
I don't think the Brook thing. I don't think that's Brook either. But I ain't gonna lie, that would be super duper hilarious if that was Brook. Just because like he can make it seem like, oh nah, yo, it's Brook, and then right after that, Zoro's relieved. But then the actual aftermath of the medicine kick in, and he's like knocked out or something. Like, and I think that would be hilarious. But
it could be funny. I'm not gonna lie.
I like everything else everyone said. Like in terms of Brook, I mean not Brook, the Grim Reaper.
You got my man already decided. He's like, it's definitely
Brook. But yeah. Oh, and Izo,
that's the next part, Izo.
That is interesting, honestly. Like,
oh yeah, so we get to the Izo part. What do you guys think about this?
I think if they fight, Izo's done.
100%. He's already weak. He's going through it. These two have proven to be like some of the strongest characters on the island right now.
Agreed.
Like, it's looking rough for Izo. I think he could definitely buy time for whatever they're trying to do, but yeah.
I think someone's going to join him, honestly.
That'd be nice.
Maybe Marco.
Usopp, yo, comes back, yo.
I was actually talking to my brother about this yesterday with the whole Izo thing, and personally, I think I wouldn't be surprised if Jinbei showed up maybe to help.
That would make sense on the building,
because nobody else is on that same floor, I think, but Jinbei right now.
Yeah.
Because Chopper and Frankie are with Zoro. The only two people that would really make sense are Jinbei and Marco, because we haven't seen Marco at all.
Marco saving Izo, definitely.
But the question is, or like the question after that is like, how strong is CP0 right now? Because like, isn't it Lucci and Kaku that are there right now? Isn't that CP0?
They're not there.
No. We don't know who these. We don't know who these agents are. They haven't been named yet.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah, Lucci's
on a boat.
I personally, I don't think he's there, just because like I still remember that phone call that with the other CP0 agents, and they were like, "Hey, y'all gotta go get Nickel Robin. There's ships outside. So if he's either not there at all whatsoever, or he's at the very, very outside of Wano,
that makes sense.
And I'm pretty sure we've seen their masks too, and it's not the same.
But if we're talking about how strong they are, I mean,
it took out what's his name?
Drake.
Yeah, it definitely took out Drake.
Easy.
Yeah, they took on Drake. I mean, here's the thing: they took on Drake and a number, and then another number, and Apu dipped. And the only time that Apu was put it like this in this context: Apu was confident in fighting not only Luffy, not only Kid, an angry Kid that betrayed him way later, and he was angry with him and stuff, and that didn't shake Apu at all. Yeah, he took on Drake and Zoro at the same time. He was on defense most of the time, but he wasn't afraid of them really. He lost, but this is the only time outside of an admiral that Apu actually ran.
My
That's true.
whole thing with that reasoning is that Apu knows that those three guys don't really think too much when they fight. Like they're all about brute strength, like like using their powers, getting through. You see a CP0 motherfucker, yo, them motherfuckers think, yo, they're tacticians, like they know what they're doing, and they OD strong to back it up. You know what I mean? So he's like, that's just a lose-lose situation.
Well, would you lump in Drake in that same group of people that don't think?
Drake kind of weak though. I don't know, bro.
Not Drake.
Yo,
my man.
You're not wrong, to be honest.
My man's swinging a mace. My man's swinging a mace. That motherfucker. Yo, I'm good,
he
bro.
one-tapped a number though.
He did. Yeah, but that number would have paid attention.
Wait, are you talking about the one that he hit with Luffy? Because that was a double hit.
Yeah.
That was a double kill.
No, it was they both took down one piece.
Oh, was it one apiece? I thought it was together.
They both took down one apiece.
This dude came out from above. Yeah, but he caught him off guard though. Anyone can knock out someone.
Yeah,
that's what
I agree. Like he did, but it's still.
There's a difference, bro. Like if it was a random Navy soldier, yeah, but this is a number, bro. Like they're like the size of like orders. Like
number.
Yeah, I gotta give him credit. You do gotta give him credit for that. You gotta give him a little bit of credit for that.
All right, but I still think he's weak though. I still think
you could think he's weak, but you can't discredit him one tapping a number.
That's fine. But I do think Apple, like I feel like he realized, yo, Drake can't do nothing against him. Like against their matchup is definitely in Apu's favor, because that music shit is OD.
Yeah, it's kind of broken.
But what? Okay, so what I'm okay. First of all, let's stop with the Drake slander. Drake is. Has he been the most impressive? No, as in terms of like what we see on screen. But we got it. But the accolades are there, man. He made he made Toby Ropo, and he's
kind of easy.
He made Toby Ropo.
Yo, Mister is sipping on that haterade right now, boy. That haterade is delicious, my boy.
Yo, where is this coming from, bro?
A rear admiral, like before he became a supernova, I believe. So, like he has strength. He knocked out a number by himself, and it was like almost comparable to Gear 4th Luffy. Obviously, Gear 4th is still stronger, but he's in that similar ballpark, somewhat.
Right.
So
yeah, and I still think being a supernova in itself is like a big call.
No, definitely is.
Yeah, so come on, and then another thing too, that we're forgetting that like Apu. Okay, so like the music stuff, I don't think it really applied that much to Drake, because like I said, Apu was playing mostly defense against him and Zoro, and he was clashing with Zoro too. I mean, that was before the power up. I understand that too, but like, I just think that like, if Apu's running, I think that means something. Like, cause he just doesn't normally run from people. Even when he was like getting double teamed, he didn't necessarily run. He just played defense most of the time, which is different.
I also think we don't know the fucking CP0s, like these guys like identities or powers or any of that shit, really. I mean,
can I bring up the point though that at the time when he was fighting Luffy and Zoro, like the fight had just started.
Yeah.
And like Mr. said, he caught him off guard. But also when he's fighting Drake and stuff, like this shit is and the super, specifically CP0 is that like the situation has completely changed, right? Like the emperors are like the Beast Pirates forces are dwindling. The emperors are on the back foot. He was considering betraying Kaido, right? And trying to take the dub for himself. But in the beginning, maybe he was still thinking of that, of course, but as it stood, like it's like bro, he doesn't scrap Luffy and Zoro, but Kaido's coming for him, right? Like so, I think like maybe that could play into it, like the whole scrambliness of the situation, and his decision to run.
Yeah, I agree.
I think that's a possibility. But I do think that beating 2 Supernova, smoking Kid, by the way, that nigga was on the ground. Pause. Like this thing had holes in him. Like he was smoked. And Apu running with the whole number. Like I still think it's a big deal. So I do think, funnily enough, our whole topic was about the CP0. They're mad strong.
Yes.
Yeah, 100%.
And I think if someone doesn't come to help Izo, it's GG for this nigga.
100%.
But is he dying? Who the fuck knows? These niggas don't die.
Niggas do not die in One Piece, so this is.
Do you think that Izo would have a better chance at least fending them off if he was like fully healed.
100%. Because he would have made a point of showing us that, right? That he actually got fucked up. And I actually, you know what's funny? I think last time we had this talk, I was actually clowning Usopp for not being able to for having to be saved. But if Izo got injured doing that, then I'm kind of cool. That means damn, Oda was going out of they're beast pirates. There's still a lot of niggas.
Yeah,
still beast pirates.
Exactly. You got to think about the numbers, bro. They're still madly outnumbered.
Yeah, they managed to injure Izo, fucking Whitebeard commander. So you know what? I was wrong last episode. But they made a point of showing he was injured. So maybe he had a better chance, but I don't know if he would win. They're still fucking mad strong. Of course, Izo is strong too, but we don't know how.
And then on top, and that's one of the reasons why I love One Piece, because even the most strongest characters, there's levels to the fodder, right? There's the four blues fodder, then there's Grand Line to the Marines-ish fodder, then there's Marine the ones with the white coats, Marine Forward, because when Luffy was only able to deal with them, and as Luffy went further and further, he realized oh shit, this fodder is not really like everybody else. This fodder is actually good. but yeah, I like how Izo said here, even though basically they're fodder, they're still the beast pirates. So so it's pretty awesome. I love it.
It's still something they got to worry about. So, and I think beyond just the fighting and stuff, bro, that last panel right there, actually, that Callie's on, that shit is cold, bro. Yes. I don't like this translation. I think the first translation that came out, you said not another step. That shit was fire.
Yeah.
I think they changed the translation once the official comes out. Hopefully Izo makes it through that. We ended the chapter with we had Yamato too fighting
freezing the bombs, right? Yeah, that's what she did.
Is that what she did? I honestly can't even see.
Yeah, because
froze them. I see.
Froze them.
You know, I honestly could not tell what was going on when I first. Yeah, it was hard to tell exactly what happened when I first read it. I see now that she froze the bomb, so it was it stopped the thing from exploding the bombs immediately. That's cool.
Yeah, it was kind of
I like that she has ice powers. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, I think it's really cool.
Has she shown ice powers at any point?
Yeah, she used that same breath.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Sick. She's dealing with that, and then we ended the chapter. Law and Kid were out, came back, smoked her, etc. Honestly, let's just go to the next chapter because we could talk about the fight with the next chapter.
Yeah. Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. All right. So 10:39.
Ready for this?
The main attraction. Let me pull up my summary. Boom, bada bing. So this fight is basically Law and Kid versus Big Mom. We actually start with Momonosuke continuing to try and pull Onigashima away. He hears a voice. When he hears a voice calling for him. Then we go to the live floor. Big Mom is getting hit by Kid's attack. My bad. I'm trying to read this summary and summarize it at the same time because the summary is kind of long.
Yeah.
Kid front. But okay, yeah. So Law and Kid are unleashing their attacks. Kid gets his bull smashed, but he brings it back together and tries to hit Mom again. She blocks it, and that's when Law decides to try and finish it off. He jumps with enhanced Kroom attack, penetrates Big Mom, and the sword continues to slash through the island. It eventually actually hits the Wano mainland. So we actually see that the island is actually over ground at this point now. It's not even over the water anymore. It's on ground and shit. But yeah, Law extends his sword all the way through the island, hits the ground, and unleashes a gigantic shockwave that ruptures the ground below and just completely smokes Big Mom's innards.
Yep.
And while Big Mom is I
only laughed because Strawhat laughed. That was good.
Bro, her innards got cooked, bro. That shit was OD. And while Big Mom is stunned, kids come through with a magnetized gun and fires looks like a laser at her.
Yeah, it's like a rail gun.
Yeah, blasting her, making it seem like she's unconscious and making it seem like the fight is over with Law and Kid emerging victorious. I'm sorry, that was a shitty summary, but I was trying to summarize this long ass summary and it was mad annoying. But yeah, let's talk about it. Well, before the fight, we can agree that this is Zhao calling for Momo, right?
Definitely.
Zuisha, I think is the one calling for Momonosuke. So I mean, I believe that. Unless it's someone else with the voice of all things.
People were saying Luffy.
Yeah.
I saw some people saying that.
It's like 99.9% Zhao.
Yeah.
Because the chapter before this, or like 2 chapters ago, Zunisha was moving towards Wano.
Yep.
And now Momonosuke hears a voice that he hasn't heard before, so like kind of just makes sense.
Yep. All right, so Law and Kid versus Big Mom. This was actually a dope ass fight. This is hands down for me my favorite fight of Wano so far. I absolutely loved how this played out. I loved how they used their abilities and shit. They had their awakenings. They used it multiple times in a whole bunch of different ways. Just the overall sick ass fight. You guys want to go ahead with your thoughts and stuff?
I love how Law is still hung up on being someone's opening, like people using him.
Right, because he was doing that on Rooftop Piece too.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, yo, these motherfuckers keep ordering me around, like making me do my attacks and shit, and then they get all the fucking credit. Like, yo, fuck these motherfuckers. Bro.
I love it.
I like that pettiness, but I also do like that he was honest with Kid at the time. He's like, yo, like this is my last attack. Like we have to figure this shit out now, because if we don't, we're fucked. Like Big Mom is OD. Yo, did you guys notice? In that one panel, is like she's like erupting with Conqueror or with black lightning all around.
Oh, this one, right? This is when she exchanged some of her life force to bring her bones back and shit.
Yeah.
Okay. Her devil fruit is so cool that she can actually do that shit. It's so cool to me.
Okay, that shit is sick. I think this is also why it's feasible that she could be done now, though, because I feel like this is like the last of her ropes as far as like her devil fruit prowess and shit. You know what I mean? Like, I don't think we've ever seen her do something like this before. Like use it to heal herself and shit.
No, this is desperation at this point. I feel like she's using her own life force on herself to power herself up, because like she's getting pushed there, and like that Macer Saber, the combination of the 3 of homies together is OD too.
That is insane.
Macer Saber, yeah.
For
me, was sick.
Big Mom is probably like my favorite. So far, my favorite Yonko to see in action. Because
so cool. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
There's just she has so much versatility of moves. Honestly, if they ever decide someday to make a One Piece fighting game of some type, and you choose like Big Mom as like a character, I don't know how you're going to sort through like what she can do or not. Like she has so much going for her.
The creativity is just endless with her.
Yeah, that's why I really.
I actually think that's the strength of One Piece in general. I feel like a lot of characters use their powers in ways you would not conventionally think of. You know what I mean?
Agreed.
But Big Mom, in especially for sure, like her shit is definitely mad versatile.
And on top of that, I just gotta say that Law was the MVP.
He was.
Wait. Let's not move.
He's the MVP of the fight.
I think. So what happened? So for those of you guys listening at home, right? When this chapter first dropped, we had a very large discussion in our group chat on whether or not Law or Kid were at the same level at that point, or who put in the most work. You know what I mean? Who was the MVP of that fight? You know what I'm saying? When we originally discussed it, I was under the impression that they both put an equal amount of work in. Looking back on it now, I might tip the scale in Law's favor, but I would only say slightly. I wouldn't say by a large margin. I'm not gonna lie.
They definitely needed each other. That's all I'll say.
I agree because
especially this last sequence. Like we could even go through it like because Law, what Kid comes out with the bull, right?
Yeah,
Big
the
Mom,
bull gets slashed. He
the
comes
bull
in.
gets slashed as a distraction, and he comes in himself and fucking taps her with
He
his assigned thing.
magnetizes actual person. I don't think
Fucking
he's ever
fire,
shown
by the way. That shit
this is
was
actually
fire.
what this is
So
definitely
cool.
a sick ass
It's so
power.
cool.
Yeah.
I saw a tweet about this. It was like, why didn't he just like make it so that the assignments were like opposite polars or whatever, so she would just like rip apart. Like I feel like that's something she could have done. No cap. That would have been
Oh
some crazy
yeah,
ass
like
shit.
tag like
Kid's
one
a
part
dummy.
of her body and
Right, not because
It's a dummy.
he tagged her body and then he tagged the wall, so she was polarized to the wall.
That was
If he
OD.
had tagged the front of her head and then the back of her head, would that shit not have just like ripped apart or some shit? Like that shit would have been crazy.
I'm not-
I'm not about to expose my lack of physics, my nigga.
Yo, I'm
But,
crying.
it's such an OD power. His power is fucking sick.
Nah,
But yeah,
yeah,
keep
sick.
going with the.
Yeah, so he assigns her.
Yeah.
This slows her down. It doesn't stop her, but it slows her down so that Law can come in with one more Kroom attack and just do it to her. Oh wait, actually he does tack first. Yes.
Yeah, he does. He drops the So I saw some people on Twitter saying that like, oh, if you look at the building that he drops on her, it kind of looks like the cake that was made on whole cake.
That's pretty OD.
And-
Oh, it does.
I feel like that's a little bit of a stretch, but I could just be bugging.
But Callie, look at Law's tattoo. It says "eat" on it. When he says "tack," it says,
I
right
feel like
with
that's
his
an
death.
OD coincidence, bro. I'm not gonna count. I feel like that's a
Otis-
big ass stretch. I ain't
Otis
even
good
gonna
at that kind
front.
of stuff, man.
He
Otis
is good at that kind of stuff. I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. That's like some low shit he would do.
The fact that
Does
it does point out "eat" at that point is pretty sick. I can't lie.
But real quick before that though, Mother's Misery, right? Yo, that attack, her attack kind of looks like Mother Caramel a little bit, and like what is it? Because it's not Hera, it's not Napoleon, or
It's looking
or
like
fucking-
she's
it's her
creating
own
like
thing,
a
It's her
flaming
own
version.
thing.
Yeah.
right? Like
It's
to
like
me,
it's probably like a more OD version of what's its name made the bomb the one attack from crap, how did I forget his name? The one that betrayed the scabbards.
Conjuro. Yeah,
Conjuro.
yeah,
Conjuro. Yeah. It looks like a more insane version of his attack.
Mother's homing
Yeah.
cannon misery. Yeah, it's definitely interesting.
It is really cool.
I just like that she kind of looks like, because it's like she's calling it Mother's Misery, going back to Mother Caramel like being a big part of her whole life.
Yeah.
It kind of similar look like.
And
a little bit like her.
some people brought up like the misery. Is it like she bringing misery on people, or she's talking about like the shit that she went through back in Elbaf? And
Where that makes sense.
Like,
That's pretty sick.
Yeah.
so interesting.
If you think about it, Big Mom has actually gotten stronger throughout this arc.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
Well,
like
everyone
Would you
pushing
say that
each
she's
other.
gotten stronger, or that she's
what
just
makes
been
yeah?
pushed?
Like, let me say that.
I would say more she's like been pushed to the point where she's had to
That's
use
true.
the full extent of her powers. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay, she
Yeah,
definitely
'cause
got stronger
because-
because she has Hera now, right?
right. That's
Yeah.
what I was going to say. So I don't know if she was capable of doing this stuff with Zeus or not, but the fact that like she seems like she had all these revelation of like new attacks, and Prometheus and Napoleon seem to get along way better with Hera, so their synergy is just that much better, and that they're pulling out like freaking like combination cannons and doing this mother's misery attack and all this other stuff. Like it seems like she's gotten stronger thanks to the power up of having Hera now versus like Zeus. That's what it seems to me.
I just think she's more in her bag. Like we've never really seen her. Like even when in Whole Cake, Luffy didn't really fight her head on, so she wasn't like, she was chasing them the whole time. Now she actually has two guys like they're standing up to her, like fighting her. So she's like in her bag, like showing off what she could do. That's how I feel, because like we haven't really seen Big Mom push to the brink before, right? Like the only time I would assume is when she fought Roger and Garp in the Valley of the Gods or whatnot, or wherever.
Yeah.
So like I don't know.
Even though
Like,
she was
Yeah,
even
like we don't
technically a part of
we don't know.
that
I feel like we're not gonna find out. You know what I'm saying? Like either she had it or she didn't. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
yeah. Either way, Zeus is definitely a scrub. But when it comes to the
Agreed.
when it comes to the sharing of like the load in this fight, the Kid and Law, like I think Law had some devastating ass attacks, but I also don't want to downplay how a lot of Law's openings were like created by Kid.
I was
100%.
gonna
100%.
mention that. Like
Yeah.
Kid did a lot of the setup for like a lot of the stuff that Law was able to get off.
They were just setting each other up, bro. Every
yeah, it
time.
was like, I feel like it was sick. But then Law did. I feel like it was kind of undebatable that Law like might have done the most.
Yeah.
I mean,
Well,
he put the
he
sword through
literally-
the. Yo, the way they handled this shit was so fucking sick.
It was
They had
so
her. They
wrong.
had him slash her first, and then
Yes.
they cut to the basement where there's just a pole going through, and we don't know what's going on. And then they
Yep.
cut to outside of Wano where there's just like a pole slicing through the ground, and like
I was
we
so
don't even
lost,
know what's happening. Yeah, we don't even know what's happening
Yeah.
at that point. And then we cut back to the fight, and we see that it's actually Law's sword cutting through the whole fucking island, bro. I lost my shit on this page, bro.
I was popping off so hard.
Bro, I lost my entire shit, bro. This
Yeah,
shit was
it was
cracked.
It was OD. And I think, I forgot to mention something, but I really, really like this because when they do this and you see Law's sword going through Onigashima, and Yamato sees it, it's like, what the fuck is that?
Yeah.
And then Momo sees it, it's like, what the fuck is that? And it goes to the whole fucking mainland of Wano. I'm so glad it was like even bigger maybe than the Virgo finisher, because the Virgo finisher was crazy as fuck. You like he cut him out in half, and I think it was Sanji or someone later, like down the facility, someone's like, did the ceiling just move? You know, like did the ceiling just move? You know,
Yeah.
and then it like the whole that like kind of huge level to it is so sick to me. It's like it put it on the level of the Virgo move. You know what I'm saying? It was fucking fire.
Also, this is a new attack for Law because this is Puncture Willie. Before he did Shockwave Willie.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
like
This is probably his strongest version.
yeah. Like
100%.
Law. Oof,
Yeah,
my
yeah.
god.
I wanted
Well
to say
done.
earlier before we went to the Kid and Law thing was that the idea of devil fruit in this fight. I think it's I think what I really like about this fight is that for the first time in the time skip, I feel like we're getting a major devil fruit centric fight rather than hockey.
In this
Oh, yeah.
arc,
Yeah, it is.
Well, no, like
This-
no, and like
This
this
I
fight,
agree.
like over the whole time skip, like versus Caesar, it was a Logia, so Luffy just had to flex the armament. Like I'm not even gonna mention Odie Jones, the Doflamingo, you know, the Gear 4 hockey, and then obviously a future sight in
in Canada,
Whole Cake, and then
yeah.
our advanced armament, advanced conquerors. Like Luffy's Sky is gonna be a hockey
It's definitely
fight.
been a hockey fight since the Pearl's time skip. That's one
Zoro,
of
same thing.
the,
Like
yeah,
so,
that's one of the. No, go ahead. I'm sorry. I'll let you finish.
no, it's all good. But yeah, like so the big thing that people love about One Piece is that like fights feel creative and they're
Mhm.
kind of overcoming things, and the way the fights go with Luke versus Crocodile, how he needed to figure out the water, and then when he didn't have water, he used his own blood. Like that kind of shit is like some old school One Piece shit. I feel like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like that's one of the biggest one of the not complaints, but I guess
Like criticisms people had, for
criticism.
sure.
Yeah,
I
people
completely
have
agree.
of One Piece is that it at post time skip it's become a hockey fest. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just who has the
That's fair.
stronger hockey over the creativity in the first half between Devil Fruits and stuff. But this is
Yeah.
definitely a return to peak.
To form.
To
Yeah,
peak
yeah.
form,
I'm
100%.
totally for that too, because I'd love to see how creative Luffy gets with his fruit now, rather than
100%.
just being like, hey, I need to do something with hockey. Like I'd like it to get to a point, maybe for a little bit, where it kind of goes back to old One Piece, where Luffy has to get like super creative, like maybe combine something with like Gear 4 and another move or
Yeah.
something like that. Yeah.
I think one thing we're seeing in the Kaido fight so far, especially the last two chapters, is that Luffy is like
Very
really
creative.
really
Yeah.
creative. Like he's
Yeah.
more like mastering it. Like
Yes,
Yeah.
I remember when you specifically brought up how he did a kick in Gear 3
Yep.
and then switched to Gear 2 at the last second to throw Kaido's block
yeah,
timing
the
off.
last kick,
Yeah.
the last kick
That
of
shit
the,
was
of their
so
interaction.
yes, bro.
Yeah, he had his foot extended backwards, and you could see it was Gear 3.
Yeah.
And then when he kicks it, you can tell like he let it go in Gear 2. Like
Because
he
you
just
saw
waited
Kaido
Gear-
block ready. You saw Kaido
Yeah,
ready to
He got
block
ready
it.
to block it.
And
then-
Yes.
I'm
Yep.
telling you, he hit him with the empty jump low, bro. Like it's actually that kind of mix up.
Not
And
the empty jump low, bro.
I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you, like when he joins the fight, when Momo and him come back into the fight, the first thing he does, he uses Snake Man Gear 4,
Mhm.
and then Yamato looks back and he's normal Luffy. Like
Yeah,
that shit
yeah,
is
yeah.
crazy. Like he
Yeah.
doesn't do that. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he's mastering his over, I think that's like a low key thing that people aren't really talking about too much in this Luffy fight.
Mhm.
Yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
Yeah, I hear some people talking about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
It's definitely not as much, as like the Conqueror's hockey stuff. But yeah, like the fact that Luffy he's gotten to a point where he's like almost completely mastered his Gear 4 forms is pretty OD.
Yeah.
And when we see Gear 5th, I oh my gosh, we're all gonna lose our heads.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. But I think we have to. Mr. What's good, my bad.
Yeah, I was gonna say, let's get back to let's finish.
My boy Kid pulled out the Glock. Fuck is y'all talking about?
Hell
he pulled
yeah,
out the
did.
big guy, boy.
Bro, he
Hey,
pulled out the fucking proton cannon.
no cap,
That
bro.
shit killed me, bro. That shit actually ended me.
This is literally a proton cannon, though. Like literally.
Like
Literally, bro.
Oh, so there is something I want to say. I did like after rereading like this and like the other fights. The other chapters where they're fighting Big Mom and stuff. I come down on the idea that Law was like super carrying because of like Big Mom's words.
Okay.
Because this chapter alone, like I realized that like she did like verbally talk about like Law stuff. Like I still believe that Law did the most damage to Big Mom, but her wrists being broken, that was due to Kid. And so so she had to heal from not only Law's injuries but from Kid injuries too. Plus on top of that, we all saw Big Mom like the bull was coming straight for her, and if she was worried, if she wasn't worried, she would have just tanked it
100%, just trying to block it. Yeah, 100%
block it. So yeah, like I said, I still believe Law did the most damage to Big Mom throughout this whole thing, but it's not like slam out of the park.
Yeah, it's definitely not a large margin, and outside of damage, the fight themselves, they definitely put in like an equal amount of effort for sure.
And that's how it's framed to us, right? Like So,
like Law took her out from the inside while fucking Kid did all the damage, like the physical damage, because like he hit the final shot, he broke her arms, like he did his thing. I mean,
and I do believe that Law is more of a support fighter in these type of situations where he fights. When it comes to like Luffy and Kid, both of them I feel like are better at like dealing with the Yonko 1v1 than Law is. So Law needs someone to set him up. Like if we look back on this fight and like the first interaction that Kid had with Big Mom by herself, Kid like freaking like slammed Big Mom head on. and then here, like when he's like tussling with Big Mom and he does the assign stuff like that, that's like he's doing this 1v1. So I do think that he's better at like, tussling with a Yonko in a 1v1 situation than Law is. Not to say that he will win, but like that's why Law like is better
really
for like setup. But I do believe that Law did the most damage. So basically, Kid is better at like tussling, and Law is better for the damage.
Mister, I think when he says that, I don't think you should get too hung up on the like tussling and 1-on-1. I think he means like direct and indirect kind of.
Because
I'm not saying like when I say tussle, I mean like
getting in there, like
the scrimmage, the little scrimmage like moments.
I don't think he's saying like Kid has a better chance 1-on-1. He's just like the way their styles go.
Because I was about to say, Law's Devil Fruit is OD, bro. Law's Devil Fruit might be one of the best Devil Fruits in all of One Piece.
Yeah, I agree. I actually do agree 100%. Yeah, his Devil Fruit is broken, bro.
His Devil Fruit is definitely OP. When I say tussle, I'm literally saying like
legitimately wrestle, right?
Yeah, no, I was going off on the 1v1 thing, and I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah, no,
I don't know.
I mean, like, okay, there are times where Kid can get the quote unquote better of Big Mom versus like Law has. Like I said, like Kid, he's literally slammed Big Mom in the when they were in the basement. I forgot, and that's when later Law came in when they first interacted with Big Mom. I have not seen anyone else do that to her. And then on top of that, in this fight alone, you see there's like a little bit of an exchange back and forth, and then Kid is like getting like the slight better of Big Mom when he did the assigned stuff. It's not to say that like he's like overcoming her, because that never happened, but the fact that there's like kind of like a back and forth type of thing, not in the sense that like they're trading blow for blow in damage, but in the sense that like they're scuffling. And I'm saying he's a better scuffler it seems, than Law is, but Law is better at like dishing out the heavy stuff.
Yeah,
at least against the Yonko. At least we're talking about strictly against the Yonko, because earlier Law said that like his room couldn't affect Big Mom and Kaido because of their hockey and stuff like that. So it would make sense that Law would need to like be creative and like not scuffle with them directly like Kid and Luffy does, but like
he has to be sneaky about it.
Yeah,
of course, like that's why he has his room, starts fucking teleporting everywhere.
Yeah.
Slice, you know, like
using
slice.
tact to like drop. That's funny. Yeah, and I think and actually an underrated thing that doesn't like contradict what you're saying, Strat, at all, but a really interesting thing that I was surprised about was that when Law was on Big Mom's chest trying to like push the sword,
he was getting hit. She was
wailing on him.
Yeah,
you can't like generate full power blows from like that position, but like he was taking those shits, bro. Like that was crazy.
Yeah, that was crazy. Yeah,
like she was pounding on him. I think that was a super that was an impressive thing from Law. Do you guys think the fight's over? I have to ask.
Yeah, I think
so.
I think that
actually,
go ahead.
Oh, sorry. I just want to say to that, the fight is over, but Big Mom is not done.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree.
That's fair.
That's how
I agree 100%.
'Cause,
But you think wait. Actually, I don't know if I agree. Do you think Big Mom you're saying Big Mom isn't done, like fighting, but this particular fight is done?
This particular fight is done.
Like, is she done for Wano, or is she coming back after Wano?
She's not done. She's not done. I don't even think necessarily that she's like quote unquote done with Wano, because we still have to. There's that unfinished business with what she was talking about with Perospero about about like, remember he was worried about them having a
Oh yeah, I mean, yeah, he is knocked the fuck out though.
that motherfucker dead, bro. Yo,
Definitely
Nakamushi came with the claws, yo. He like.
Yeah.
I hope he's dead at least. I hope he's dead.
Yeah, but
he's not dead.
I think Big Mom had like some type of grand plan that was never like.
They're talking to Marco about it, right?
Huh?
Were they talking to Marco about it? If I recall, they're all having a little like weird discussion. It was like kind of like foreboding.
And Perospero's like, Big Mom like me and Marco, we're going to like help you, beat Kaido, and she's like, no, we're teaming with Kaido, and he's like, what the fuck? And he's like, do you trust me? I know. She's like, do you trust me? Like, don't get me wrong, I got my own plans. If you trust me, then don't worry, like we good.
It was a weird like implicit conversation when they talked about.
It was like something was implied. Like
they didn't ever say like they're gonna fight Kaido, but like they were like weirdly like bringing it up. And also between the Scabbards and the Supernova fight, Big Mom, there's a panel where Big Mom and Kaido were just talking, and then Big Mom mentions about like how because Kaido brings up the island, says he's gonna drop it on the flower capital. So Big Mom says, "Oh, so your opponent was not there." And then Kaido's like, "Isn't it a bit too early to reveal your hand? Like, aren't you talking about I want to go a bit too early? Like, are you really gonna betray me like this early? So it is and Kaido talks about versus the Scabbards. He said pirates are always gonna betray you in the end, right?
I think that's actually one of the main themes of this arc, to be honest.
Yeah, and then
entire arc has been like that.
When he's laying out Yamato, he talks about how humans are only like looking to like. They're not trying to befriend you. When they get the chance, when they get the chance, they're gonna like take their opportunity. So, it might be where we see something actually come out of that. That might be an actual thing that happens where Big Mom takes some sort of opportunity. That would be fucking crazy.
Yeah, that's why I thoroughly believe, honestly, that she's done here, but she's not down for the count and for the rest of One Piece. I think she's like coming back.
But for this arc, you're saying you think she's done for this arc though?
She's done in terms of, I think she's done in terms of like the main fighting.
If that's, you think she might come back and pop up with some exposition and shit?
Because there might be something after because the big fight is Kaido versus Luffy. That's like the huge fight. That's the
pay-per-view right there, baby. That's the main fight.
Yo, honestly, no, go ahead. I'm sorry. Let me finish.
Yo, but this chapter was called the main attraction.
I was just going to say that, like, if Big Mom comes back, it's either going to be after that fight where something happens and she does something, or it's like after after everything wraps up, the aftermath stuff.
Yeah.
Because
like there might be some low-key operation.
Yeah, so there's going to be some aftermath stuff, and it's possible that after the aftermath stuff, Big Mom comes in, or she's going to be a part of the aftermath stuff.
And her whole crew is still out there in the water.
Yeah, because I don't think Big Mom's done. I still think she's got Because I was talking to Huss about this the other day. I don't think I think Big Mom's gonna have something to do with Elbaf. Like I feel like she's got a really big place there. I don't think she's gonna go down. The way I think it's gonna happen is like this. Like Mod said, this fight's gonna be over, but I feel like she's gonna turn on Kaido at some point because, like he said, a big part of what Wano has been is just people deceiving each other.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like shit's gonna hit the fan like near in Wano.
It's already hitting
Like,
the fan.
Navy showing. Oh, well, yeah, it's already hitting fan. But, like, it's just gonna get even crazier because like Big Mom pirates are gonna start boxing against the Beast pirates. Like the Navy's there, Straw Hat's trying to get out. Like I feel like it's just everything's just gonna go fucking crazy.
For everything that I love about One Piece, I hope Big Mom is done. I am so tired of Big Mom, yo. Yo,
I'm not gonna lie, I definitely saw.
Been here for like 300 chapters.
Yeah.
Fishman arc, right? Like, cause she was in charge of Fishman Island.
Oh yeah.
Yo, then fucking oh my god, I'm done with Big Mom.
Yeah.
Like, please have her be out.
Yeah, I've seen a lot of people on Twitter talking about how they don't think this is a good ending for Big Mom for this arc and stuff, but we've been dealing with Big Mom for
too long.
Yeah, it's been a whole bunch of arcs. She was the focus of the last arc, literally the whole focus of the last arc.
And her crew was in Dressrosa, or like a bit of them, some of them were in Dressrosa.
Yep.
They chased Sanji to Zoe. Like they're in every fucking arc, bro.
Yeah,
like
we've been dealing with Big Mom for a long time. I don't know how anybody could not see this as I'm
not gonna lie.
Conclusion.
I still do. It would be fire if Luffy gave her the last punch. I'm not gonna, like, if Luffy fought her. Like,
I'm good.
I don't want to see. I don't want to waste another, like. I'm not gonna say waste, but I don't want to spend another like half my fucking college life, you know, like while Big Mom is fighting Luffy. But like,
damn, you in college, bro.
I really don't think. I really don't think. I feel like if anyone's gonna end Big Mom, it should be Kid and Law right here to solidify them as like actual big contenders. Because I mean, they're kind of already solidified. But you know, like I feel like for them doing all this shit just for Luffy to be like, hey, I'm Gear 4 punch you in the throat real quick, you know.
Yeah, that would definitely be a little
yeah, it's kind of whack.
Yeah, I do. I hope this is it too, personally.
Okay, so this might be controversial. How like I know I'm always the one.
Hey, I always
like that,
you get ready to say, you're like, all right, guys, hold on.
Okay. I feel, I 1000% feel how y'all are, like, I understand how y'all feel. Like, you know, we had Big Mom for way too long, and I get that. But I think there are several reasons why Big Mom, even if we don't like it, I personally kind of like it, but there's a kind of a reason why she still has to be around. And okay, and what you were saying, Huss, about like wanting Luffy to get like maybe the last hit in or against Big Mom, and how everyone feels like this is not a good look for Big Mom to end her like story to Wano. It's because it's very unsatisfying, and the reason why is because of the buildup that we had since Fishman Island. Like, I understand, Mister. I understand. It's just that like the okay. If you look back on it, the buildup was from Big Mom challenging Luffy to come to the New World and show me what you got. Yes, Whole Cake was like Big Mom centric, but there really wasn't like that much of a Big Mom versus Luffy thing.
But it doesn't have to be though, like, because Luffy's going to be fighting everyone. Like the fact that Kid and Law take out of Yonko makes sense. Luffy doesn't have to take out all the Yonkos.
Okay. I was just about to get to that. It makes sense for Kid and Law to take out Big Mom here and solidify themselves as like major contenders. The problem here though is that unless we're like skipping a lot of exposition and going straight to like Blackbeard next, who I suspect is like the main
bad guy,
the main saga next time, Luffy's still going to need people to fight against. Guy. And there's admirals, yes, but I don't even think we're getting admirals until like later down the line, even past Blackbeard and stuff.
I mean, we still don't know the guy on the throne. Like, there's still probably motherfuckers that we don't even know about yet.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yes, but I still feel like admirals is like at the very end. I feel like, or at the very least, like
the one before. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's what I think. Yeah.
So, and the thing is that like Big Mom. Here's the thing. No, I don't think Oda's going to let it right off that like kid-in-law, that a 2v1 is what it takes to beat a Yonko. I think it's clear because Luffy made a declaration, and usually Oda follows through on Luffy's declarations. He said, I want to defeat all 4 Yonko. All 4. So, like, Kaido, that's going to be the first official Yonko taken down by Luffy. I think Big Mom is, but Big Mom is not going to be a main fight. She's going to be a unresolved fight that needs to be resolved, but she's not going to be like the focus saga, if that makes sense. Probably taken down on Elbaf as like a side fight, and then Beard, the main, or Shanks or whatever, however that's dealt with. I don't know if Shanks going to actually fight him, and then Blackbeard mainly fight him. But I think Big Mom is going to be a side big fight, like a big fight, but not the focused big fight, if that makes sense.
That would be a side big fight. Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't know. Back to what D3 was saying before I lose my train of thought. How Big Mom would betray Kaido. I think the way that she would betray Kaido right now is just by dipping. Like, just dipping. Like if she's gonna come back and fight another day in Elbaf, her best chance right now is to just dip and
that's Kaido,
what I was thinking. Fend for himself. Yeah,
because physically she can't do anything after she's done with kid-in-law. Like that's it. Like she's spent. Like I feel like she, like in the midst of everything, she can cause some commotion, cause some chaos, and then just get up out of there and just let the Navy and kind of Beast Pirates just kind of duke it out.
At least next arc, no Big Mom. At least give us an arc without Big Mom. She could come back for Elbaf. I'm cool with it. Just, I'm done.
Yeah, I trust me, I understand. It's just that like Luffy after Wano, there's not going to be many people that can actually fight Luffy and his crew.
Yeah,
unless the new military weapon can though. I mean, like that's the whole. That's the whole. We don't know.
We're talking. You speculating a lot, Mister. Ain't gonna lie, bro. You've been doing a lot of speculating, bro. I've been letting you rock, but it's been a lot of speculating, bro. I ain't gonna front.
That's all we can do. I mean, like,
no, 100%.
Sorry.
I mean, the reason why the military is so like ready to let go of the Kumas and the warlords, like they got something that they they think could take on everyone. Yeah. So
no, 100%.
By the way, I'm not gonna lie. This is a whole nother topic, but I just want to say right here, right now, that I believe personally that the SSG is actually Pacifista 2.0, and all the Pacifista had different devil fruits. That's my.
Yo, that'd be dope. Damn, bro. Jesus Christ. Yo, hold on a minute, bro.
Well, I don't know if it's Pacifista 2.0 like exactly, but I do think it has to do with some like next level of like devil fruit copying. I completely agree because Vegapunk has so much to do with devil fruits. Stuff
right.
Like
some type of like a Mazo type of shit.
The Pacifista was supposed to like be something like big, but they didn't. They have not done nothing since the beginning of the post time skip, and that wasn't even nothing. It was just to show. It was just a flex.
Yeah, the first thing they did when the time started, they bodied some pacifistas. Like
they did.
Right, guys, I'm gonna be right back. Give me 1 second. Y'all keep going.
Yeah. So I think bringing it like the pacifistas would be a good way. SSG would be a good way to bring pacifistas as like something better, stronger, and they all have different devil fruits because you saw that they all could shoot Kizaru laser beam.
Yep.
So it would be dope if they all either had their own devil fruits or they could use the devil fruits of not use the devil fruits, but they understand
siphon. Maybe they siphon some shit.
Yeah, or like they have the data of other people's powers in the Navy. And,
I was gonna say like if they could like mimic the not 100%, but like mimic the devil fruits, like the admirals and the vice admirals stuff. That would be crazy.
Yeah, like how they do lasers, they just apply that same thing to all like SSG plus like whatever.
Yeah, because like imagine if there's pacifistas rolling around that don't like that have a semblance like Fujitori's fruit where they can like use the gravity like hold people in place and they just,
on a smaller scale, but yeah,
on a smaller scale, like they could use Aokijis, but they could just freeze people still and then just like shoot them with a Kizaru laser, like melt doors down with like a kind of magma heat.
Exactly. Like they have, like they can all do basically what Blackbeard does with 2 devil fruits, but with mass different devil fruit powers. I think that would be a dope way to replace the Warlord.
It kind of reminds me of like in DC Comics, Amazo. You know, how Amazo once he sees.
Yeah, exactly. Amazo. Exactly.
He sees he gets the power used against him. He gets that power or whatnot. Yo, but what would be sick if this new Pacifista comes through and does one of Sabo's attacks? Because we don't know what's up with Sabo.
Oh, that would be fucked up, bro.
And then motherfucking Luffy's like, what the fool?
I don't think I could take it. I really don't think I could take it if Sabo died too, man. I don't think I could do that.
I don't. What I'm. I don't think he's dead. I think that the military has him in prison and probably like using his power, like I'm saying, like some siphon.
Yeah, like if they like,
you know what I mean?
Because the Kaido was experimented by the Marines.
Yeah.
And he's still like, they just, I mean, maybe because he can't fucking die, but he's still kicking. You know what I'm saying? So it could be something like that where they just take his ability. Yeah, I don't know what the fuck is going on. You know what is an interesting thing? Actually, throughout the last maybe a few points, the last 10 chapters, they keep talking about, or the Marines keep talking about how like what's going on in Wano is only going to exacerbate the problems that's going on in the world. And it's like they keep giving us hints that the world is so fucked up right now, or like that, like some crazy shit's happening, but they don't tell us what's happening. It's cheesing me, bro.
It is
just like any government. Just like any government.
Yeah, it's maddening. Like
even on their intercoms, you know what I'm saying? Like they'll be talking to each other, and like they'll just be like, "Why are you being secretive to each other?" Like it's not even like you're on the phone. You're talking to the nigga. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't know, man. It's just teasing us, bro.
All I know is when the day Wano ends, we're all going to be like, okay, what is going on in the world? Like,
100%. I've been saying this since like episode 1, since we started this podcast, bro. I am looking forward to the day that we get the updates on what's going on outside of the world, more so than the actual conclusion of the arc, because we pretty much know. We might not know how it's gonna happen, but we know pretty much how it's gonna end, or what's gonna happen at the end. You know what I mean? We know.
Yeah.
You know, Kaido's gonna be defeated. Wano will probably be opened, etc., etc. We might not know how it's gonna go about it, but
I'm really curious as to how the world's gonna change with Wano's borders open.
Oh, that's another.
That's a big thing that I think about a lot. Is like, is Wano gonna get taken over by the Navy forcefully, or after the borders are open? Because a lot of the people that are in Wano are strong, but if the idea of like the pacifistas coming through that can actually use devil fruits get into Wano, like the samurai probably aren't going to be able to stop all of them because it's just how mass produced they could be.
Yeah, like after a fight like this too.
Yeah, like Wano's going to be in shambles. All the strong people are going to be either dead or injured or can't fight. Like I really do genuinely feel like the Navy's just going to come in and fuck everything up like towards the end of Wano. Like I don't think anybody's going to know what the fuck to do.
If that's the goal of the aftermath, because like when Kaido gets defeated, we're going to get the aftermath, and the aftermath fights or aftermath like whatever. I just believe that like Luffy, because they don't believe that Luffy is actually like going to beat Kaido, but if somehow, some way he does, then they're taking the place by storm. I think they're going to do it either way, even if Kaido won. But this is a good way to showcase like Luffy as like, now I'm a Yonko. Now I got the crew of a Yonko. Now y'all should be treating me like a Yonko. Therefore, I'm a superpower in the world. So touching me or like trying to come at me is like you don't have the forces for that yet. So so it could be a huge deterrent for them to take over Wano, because Wano's supposed to be opened up for Joy Boy. I mean, is supposed to be opened up for Joy Boy, and what a better way to showcase, like, you know, I'm not just a Yonko, I'm Joy Boy, bitch. Like, turn the fuck away, or you're done. Like,
yeah, I remember me and Callie had this conversation on this on like one of the earlier episodes where like talks about what's gonna happen immediately preceding or right after the fight with Kaido, right? Like, the Navy are posing a huge threat with their like, they have like an OS where they're like, yo, if Kaido if he actually gets not like KO'd, we're coming in, like Strawhat said. Velocity brings up a good point though, that Zunisha is chilling in the waters right in front of them, right? Like they have to get past Zunisha.
Zunisha is definitely there. I'm interested to see what their role this
Yeah,
arc
like
is
what they're
gonna
gonna
be.
end up doing. I completely agree, and I do. I feel like I'm with Strawhat. I think like I don't want the Strawhats to get bounced from the island ASAP. Like they just have to
So-
run immediately.
I do want to say
Go
real
ahead,
quick
Victor.
on the note of Zunisha. I do think I have an idea of what Zunisha's there for. I don't think Momonosuke is going to be able to save the island.
No.
I think the island's going to fall and Zunisha's going to save it.
That makes sense.
I would, but
That's why he's there to help.
I feel like
Yeah,
I
makes
would
sense.
hate that because like this whole thing is that Momo is huge now. Obviously, it was to bring Luffy to the thing, but
Yeah.
he like his what he can do in this arc beyond just being a figurehead is to hold up the island. And I know a big thing for him is that people look up to him, but because of his dad and what his dad did. He even mentioned it in the prison. In Udon Mine, he said they're looking at me right now and they're bowing to him, but they're seeing my dad. They're not seeing me. So
Yeah.
it would
But
be crazy.
why do you see that as negatively if Zunisha
But-
helps him? Because
No,
what
but
if
he's trying to make
like-
his own? He's trying to make his
I'm saying,
own.
like,
Yeah, go ahead.
it would-
I get what you're
it
saying.
it would be monumental if the people of Wano see this motherfucking dragon holding it back and pushing it away from them, right? Like the moment would mirror Odin holding up the scabbards.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mhm.
Like
Okay.
I think I don't like. Obviously, I don't mind. Like I think, Mister, you bring up a good point in that the fall of Odin and what's going to be the fall of some pirates is that they do it alone, right?
Yeah.
They don't rely on people, and I don't think it's a problem to rely on people. But like they showed on Zoe when Momo asked Luffy for help, and like they showed at the prison mine, he needs Luffy, and Luffy is what's going to be the difference maker. He's asking for help. He asked him for help. He put his head down in Zoe. He begged him, or he was going to beg him to help him. But
Mhm.
I think that's where that comparison ends. Like where that's how Momo is going to make it a difference than his dad is that he asked Luffy for help. But I feel like this it would be a lot more symbolic if he did it on his ones where he held up Oni's
So-
shoulder. That's how I feel.
I see it like this. I see it like they are gonna see him like trying to stop it with his clouds and whatnot, starts making it. But I also see him telling Zunisha to stop it, controlling Zunisha. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
being
that's
assertive.
the way I was. That's the way I was thinking about it.
That the him being assertive, be like, I'm also in control of Zunisha as well, and like I'm here to protect all of Wano. I'll do whatever I can. I turned into a dragon. I'm controlling this big ass fucking ancient elephant. Like that's how I see it. Like I don't see it, but I do
Yeah.
understand what you mean too, though.
Yeah, because I don't think it's going to be a situation of, oh, Momo's weak and tired and he just falls while Zunisha's falling too. I think it's going to be a situation of like he's holding up Zunisha the best he can, and then he commands. I mean, he's holding up Onigashima, my bad.
Mhm.
And like he commands Zunisha to help him. Like I feel like it's going to be something like that to like show that he has that spirit and those leadership qualities that people like he needs to actually be a leader. Like I feel like it's going to show that he can lead Wano not just through being a figurehead, but through like an indomitable spirit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that would be fire. I completely agree. I had like my own view of how it would go, but either way, I think it would. Be,
No, yeah,
I
yeah,
just need
agreed,
it to hold
agreed.
it up. Yeah, no, that's. I need that shit, bro. Because I love Momo. I actually think Momo's like people kind
He's
of
one of
forgot
my
this.
favorite characters.
He's bro, like the shit that he did in his arc, bro. Like, bro, he gave up 20 years. Like that's
Yeah.
insane. Like
Yeah.
that is
Oh, yeah.
insanity, and
He
it's
gave
like
up 20 years of his life to save everybody else.
that's my fucking
Mhm.
bro. That's my
Do you,
and the character development from the crybaby back on Punk Hazard, like it's crazy.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
hated Momonosuke in Punk Hazard, bro. I really did not like him. Every time he was on screen, I was like, okay, I'm ready for him and Kiyomon and everybody just get the fuck out of here. I don't like him.
Yeah.
Did you guys see the theory that I linked to y'all with Ohara, Library of Ohara? It's not his theory, but the theory is, that Zunisha is actually Pluton.
Yeah.
The Pluton is actually Pluton that ate a mystical elephant devil fruit.
So
Oh,
I have a question, right? I asked my brother this the other day. If Zunisha is an island that ate a mystical elephant devil fruit, how does an inanimate object eat a devil fruit? I know it's happened in the show
It's
a few
happened,
times,
yeah.
Right.
but the concept of it doesn't make sense to me. Does the fruit crack open and the juice just like
We
hit
actually
the island?
know there's like a method.
I have a theory. I have a theory. And this ties into another theory that I heard, but I believe that that this theory ties into it explains everything. It explains why the explains why the inanimate objects can eat devil fruits. It explains why Blackbeard can't two devil fruits, and it explains why it's possible. I believe that if you do this, any person can get 2 devil fruits.
Hmm.
I think it has something to do with the tree of Eve and the tree of Adam. The tree of Eve is
The sunlight tree.
Yeah, the sunlight tree. The sunlight tree Eve, that has that absorbs sunlight and stuff. I believe devil fruits. The theory is that devil fruits came from the tree of Eve and the tree and in some way maybe the tree of Adam. Just like the actual biblical Adam and Eve, eating from the tree of knowledge or tree of life, whichever interpretation of the Bible or whatever Bible interpretation you read it from, is causes something bad to happen, because that's what happened in those times. Lucifer or the devil cursed them, caused them to get cursed by God, and then that's why these are called devil fruits, because you're cursed for eating them, and they probably came from Adam and Eve trees. And but here's the thing: the reason why that inanimate objects and Blackbeard can have 2 devil fruits, and probably anyone, I believe it has to do with the idea that if you take if you take like the tree bark from these trees, and the tree bark from these trees can absorb the devil fruits themselves without you needing to actually consume them. And you got to probably do whatever with the bark to get the actual powers. So the bark, I believe either you have to have the bark, or like you have to consume it, or you have to do whatever. But it has something to do with you needing the bark of the Adam and Eve trees, and then you eat the devil fruits. But the barks like do something. They have a mystical property where they're taking in the devil fruit for you.
Bro,
Because the whole 2 soul thing, where if you try to eat 2 devil fruits, the souls are competing against each other, and you'll just explode. The bark takes in the quote unquote soul. Yeah. Because that's where the devil fruits came from originally anyway.
Bro, you have to make a video on that. That shit was wild.
That was definitely mad.
Yeah, that was OD. Yeah. I was gonna say some simple shit.
That was crazy. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I've never heard of these trees before.
Same.
Me neither.
Alright, so I'm not tripping. I thought I was bugging, bro. He was going off about this shit. I'm like,
I was like, yo, what did I miss? I must have or something.
As long as I know, I'm not bugging, bro.
The only time I remember anything about an Adam tree was the Jewel Adam tree that Frankie got.
Yeah,
but hey, that's the greatest. It's the greatest material in the world.
Okay.
Is that the tree that you're referencing?
The ship, yeah. The ship, the sunny is made from that, and so is the Goldenrod ship, if I'm not wrong, right?
Yes, and then yes, exactly. And then on top of that, the tree of knowledge was referenced in O'Hara when Robin.
Oh wait, O'Hara had the big ass tree, right?
Yeah, that was the tree of knowledge. Exactly. Yes.
Oh shit.
That's the third one though.
The trees are linked to the devil fruits. That's what I think. And I saw that theory from somewhere, but I take it a step further, where I believe that that's how Blackbeard or just like inanimate objects are able to consume devil fruits. It has something to do with that Adam's tree and the tree of Eve in some cotangent way. I mean, there's no way that they're going to throw in these biblical references, especially with like the Noah's Ark and everything.
Yeah,
there's all these biblical references, and the devil fruit. Like, come on, Adam and Eve eat the fruits, the forbidden fruits.
Yep.
The devil tempted them. God cursed them. Now, in One Piece, you eat fruits. They're called devil fruits, and you're cursed by the devil, quote unquote, for eating them, and you can't swim. So
there's definitely a connection. What I will say is that you guys have also heard of the Sunlight Tree Eve. It's where it's on Sabori Archipelago, and that's how fuck, Snake Cali really left when I said that. That's how Fishman Island gets its light because the roots of the sunlight tree soak up the sun from up top.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
they mentioned this. You're
You're right.
Yeah, I just completely forgot about it. Because there's so much information in One Piece to remember.
Some literally random shit you have to remember. Like it's just some.
Yeah.
Wait, so I'm still a little confused. So this
he's
tree,
back.
my bad. I had to take a call.
Yeah,
This,
no. So here, well, you missed what I said though.
Go
The
ahead.
sunlight tree, the Eve tree, you also heard that. It's the one that is on Fishman Island. It's above. It's on Saboti. It's above Fishman Island, and it's how the Fishman Island gets its light because the roots from the sunlight tree absorb the sun from above and they shine below.
Bro,
so
I do not remember that. That's I gotta go back now. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's like they're definitely like a low key like part that like it's part of the backbone. I feel like of a lot of random things.
Yeah.
But like D3 said, it's some fucking random shit that if you don't remember once, like how are you ever gonna?
Yeah, like I was definitely lost. I'm not gonna count. I gotta go back and find it.
To go back from what D3's question was about how inanimate objects eat devil fruits. I have no fucking idea, but we do know that the person who made the idea was Vegapunk.
Yes.
Yeah.
We know that because I remember I think Kobe said that at the end of Endy's Lobby or something like that. So we know that much. And there's like I think we've seen animals eat fruits and we've seen
swords eat.
We've seen
the
sword eat a
elephant
fruit.
sword. Yeah.
Funk Freed. Yeah, that motherfucker's sword. And we've seen Tama's squirrel thing has a devil fruit.
Completely unrelated, but kind of topic. I want it's just kind of like a thing I want for Usopp. I want his Kabuto to eat a fruit. I think
I heard someone else say
That's
that.
sick.
And that would be
like,
epic. I would love that.
I was thinking about it with my brother. Like, what if he ate the Kabuto ate like a beetle fruit, and Usopp could like fly around as like air support and like shoot through the horns of the beetle?
That'd be crazy.
That would actually be mad crazy.
I don't know why niggas ever eat devil fruits, bro. Just give them to like an object or like your day one dog or something. Like why would you?
Just have fucking Pokemon. Just give your dog fucking.
You could have multiple devil fruits. Like that's how it goes, bro. Like I don't know why niggas.
I will say though, the only thing that inanimate objects, from what I remember, the only thing that inanimate objects we seen type of devil fruits they eat are zoans.
Yeah,
that's it.
Yeah,
so.
That's true.
Oh no, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna say because like the only ones have been Frankfurt. What the fuck is the
Funk Freed?
I call him Frankfurt.
Frankfurt.
We got Frankfurt the sword. We got Zunisha, and then who else do we have? Is that it?
That's it. That's it for the objects that have
the baseball thing.
The dog. The dog.
Yeah,
rocket
the dog.
Yeah.
From Alabasta, right? Yes.
Yeah, Alabasta. Yeah.
Thank you. So did the cannon eat the dog fruit, or did the dog eat the cannon fruit?
No, the cannon ate the dog fruit.
Yeah.
He ate the dog fruit.
Yeah, because that's different than Thomas fruit eating a teapot or something. Wait, what the fuck?
Yeah.
I gotta make
It's random. It's random. But yeah, like I feel like I wish it would be explained a little bit more because like it's a small thing, but it just does.
We still don't know about anything about Vegapunk either. We literally know nothing about him other than the little bit we got, the little spoon-fed information we got throughout the series, and like Frankie staying in his lab for 2 years or whatever.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, which is wild to me because Frankie literally stayed in his lab for 2 years.
Yeah.
Like we should have gotten something.
Yeah, 100%.
You know that Caesar was his assistant, wasn't he?
Yeah, we know he worked with Judge and Queen. We're getting a little bit of this arc, and also they mentioned him earlier this arc. Orochi asked the CP0 for him, right?
Wait, Orochi asked CP0 for?
Yeah, he remember before the raid.
Yeah, they did.
They had a conversation.
Said,
the first time we see his devil fruit, like the shadow of it, where they're talking to him in like a back room or something, and he shoots one of them niggas because they're talking shit. Like basically, he's like, yo, I know you guys have a dependency on Wano's factories, and the next thing I asked for is gonna be huge. I want Vegapunk. And then the guy's like, chillax, you're not that guy. And then he like shoots one of them.
You're not that guy, pal.
And then he like it's Vegapunk has some ties to Wano. People think he's gonna pull up later. Later this arc. That's what people.
Vegapunk. You think Vegapunk is gonna pull up?
I didn't say I said some people, dog. So you always gotta start theories with some people. Then you lose accountability.
I don't see that shit happen. I really don't.
Why not? There's like a lot of like the Kaido and Momo's devil fruit.
We're definitely long overdue for some Vegapunk exposition.
And yo,
that and also with the new pacifistas, right?
Smoker literally went to Vegapunk after Punk Hazard.
Yeah, that's true.
Like maybe it doesn't pull up, but maybe we see Smoker's conversation with him or something like that.
Have we seen Smoker?
Yeah, we saw him. We saw him post Dressrosa after Fujitora bows to the king, and he exposes Dressrosa and Doflamingo and all that. We see him like reading the newspaper in the ship with the kids, stuff like that, and he says he says after Sosa, we're a few days away from Vegapunk. So like he already met him like weeks ago, at the very least.
Okay.
But we haven't seen him since.
We have not seen him since that. No.
So he's not even on the detail for like bringing people in for the referee and any of that. So he's doing
because he's fucked up, and like also we don't know like how he feels about the world government still, right? Like
it's true.
I low key feel like Smoker's eventually gonna realize that he can have justice without the world government.
I think he's already gotten to that point.
Yeah, but Smoker's one of those characters that I really, really do see joining the crew. Maybe not joining the crew as in he's on the ship, but like when it comes down to it, he's gonna be on the Straw Hat side.
I completely agree.
Because like the whole thing about Smoker as a character has evolved to the point where he was blinded by one side of justice, where like the Navy, he's like, this is the only side of good. Then he realizes like the more he's around Luffy, hey, pirates can do good things too. Like I feel like it's gonna be a really big plot point later down the line with Smoker.
Y'all think Smoker is a part of Sword? That's a big question.
See, I think Aokiji runs.
I can see it. I can see it. Dude.
I think Aokiji is part of Sword. Yeah,
I think he runs it. I dead ass think he runs it.
He runs it? I think
because
that would be crazy.
Because think about it, like, after he got sent away by Akainu, like, what else is there for him to do? He still knows everything that's happening somehow. He still knows the shit that's going on. Like, and we saw even with someone like Kobe who was working with the Navy, they didn't even know that he was in Sword. Like, it's words. Sorry. Aokiji was an admiral, so he has to have known fucking everybody.
Everything.
So who's to say that they aren't still using that valor and that presence he had as an admiral to run Sword, because he had the most intelligence, he had the most power. Like, it makes sense. I either think it's him or Fujitora's buddy.
I think I don't know if I agree on
D3. Have you? Oh wait, real quick. D3, have you seen the Randy Troy
I was gonna bring it up,
theory?
The what theory?
Okay, so there's a theory that is attributed to Randy Troy on YouTube. Basically, that Law is a secret member of Sword. I don't know if you ever seen that video, but I actually I don't know anymore if Law is a part of secretly a part of Sword or not, but I do believe, because this theory brought it up, that actually Garp is the leader of Sword, because he retired. And while whatchamacallit, what's his name? Sengoku was like the what is he again? What's his position? I forgot.
I think
he's an advisor.
He's just he's a supervisor.
He's like some type of advisor, and Garp is supposedly in charge of training the new apprentices or whatever.
Yeah.
Kobe is a part of Sword, and Drake is a part of Sword. Who is the one person that I feel like that Kobe would be adamantly listening to it as the head of Sword? Definitely Garp.
Definitely Garp. Yeah, because he probably wouldn't want to listen to Aokiji because of all the shit that happened through the war.
Yeah, and I think I agree with it being Garp, more so because they bring up all the time how that Garp fucking hates the Celestial Dragons, and he literally refused the position of Admiral because he doesn't want to be serving directly under them. So he completely hates them, and I think it's also a mix of Garp and Sengoku, because Garp's apprentice Kobe is a big part of it. But when in the Corazon and the Law incident back in Law's flashback, X Drake's dad was the guy who had the Obi no Mi, and X Drake was
I didn't know that. I did not know that.
That was a big part of
Barrels Diaz, right? And then his son was recovered by the Marines, and that's when Corazon was about to be shot by Doflamingo. He tells him that he tells a lie. He says I already gave him to the Marines, and then the baby five, or the big nigga, the buffalo, the guy with the propeller, he says, oh, we got a report that the Marines picked up a kid. The kid was actually X Drake.
Yeah, exactly.
So
when did they say his dad had the fruit? I literally don't remember them saying that,
bro.
Really,
the guy in the guy who's holding the thing and making the deal with the Marines is Barrels Diaz. You can see the excellent He's literally just, they don't even say it. It's just his dad. They just show him. You know what I'm saying? Like it's obvious that it's him, and he has the same last name as X Drake. And you can see X Drake as a kid in the flashback, and he runs away because obviously the pirate group gets fucked up by Doflamingo, I think, or the Marines. I can't remember. But so
Corazon stole the fruit from him.
Corazon stole, So basically,
to give to Law.
So the lie that Corazon told Doflamingo that he gave Law to the Marines, and it ended up being X Drake who got picked up, and that coincidence actually saved Law. My point is that the person who was overseeing that decision and who was working with Corazon was Sengoku. So if Sengoku ended up taking in X Drake because he was part of that mission or whatever, I could see like that kind of hierarchy where Garp and Sengoku are working on sword. They pick their most trusted subordinate who's new, kind of, because they don't want too much seniority. They pick up their apprentices, Kobe and Sengoku. Sorry, not Sengoku. X Drake. And think about it. Sengoku was working with Corazon, who was an undercover pirate. X Drake's an undercover pirate. So clearly that's Sengoku's domain.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. That makes it a lot.
And that was all a part of that Law is a secret member of Sword.
It's part of that theory that Law is a secret member of Sword because Aokiji was coming to Punk Hazard. Aokiji was coming to Punk Hazard, and for what would he come to Punk Hazard for other than
exactly.
That actually does make a lot of sense.
So. Yeah, but the theory also says that, like, Aokiji is a part of Sword too. I do believe that Aokiji.
He's a part of it, sure, but I don't think he's a leader.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, I don't think he's a leader, but he's a part of it.
He's definitely a part of it.
100%.
Because, like, I don't think he would leave the Navy 100% just out.
He's not working with Blackbeard, so it's definitely undercover.
He's not. Yeah, and like that's the only two possibilities that he has that he knows what's happening and where it's happening is either he's working with Sword or he's got intel from someone else. And who else would he get intel from?
Well, I mean, he's still a powerful dude, so I feel like he would have his connections.
Foggy brings up.
I think he was under Garp too as his mentor at one point.
I didn't even know that. So see, there you go.
Like
I think Foggy brings up the point that ties Aokiji's little appearance at Punk Hazard with the Marines was that he tells Smoker that you didn't see me here. This is a secret. You did not see me here today. So he's supposed to keep it a secret from the Marines. So I think that to me ties it all together. That Aokiji's definitely part of Sword in some way. I don't know how much I believe Law is anymore, just because
the only theories I've seen on Law are that he's actually evil, but like that
fucking cap.
That's cap. That's so cap, bro.
Niggas made that theory back in Punk Hazard or some shit, bro. After the thing is that I'll put the video in the Twitter group chat, so you guys check it out. It's a really insane video, and it kind of almost made me think, I'm like, damn, is Law really a? So, but I feel like at this point we already saw his background with Corazon or whatever. Like, I feel like he trusts. And another thing that he tells, back when Beppo and them got taken in by the Beast Pirates earlier in Act 1 or 2, and someone leaks a part of their plans. And what's her name? The female warrior, Shinobu. Yeah, she says to Law, "Are you sure your subordinates didn't rat?" And Law's like, "Bitch, shut the fuck up." Like, the first, the thing that's most important is that we trust everyone. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, because if you're gonna say shit to me, how the fuck can I trust you? Because I know my man's didn't snitch, right? So I don't if Law said all of that and he actually left and he got his feelings hurt, not his feelings hurt, but like, I don't believe he's the kind of guy that will keep that kind of thing from Luffy and the Strawhats. You know what I'm saying? But maybe he still is. Maybe he's that committed.
They did. I remember when we when Law first joined, they did talk about how pirates always end up betraying each other at the end. Like, that was like a big thing for him. You know what I mean? But then throughout all their travels, fucking who hasn't betrayed him? Luffy and the Straw Hats been there through and through. You know, so if he were to go and end up betraying them, I don't know.
I don't even think it would be a betrayal, really. Like, if I don't believe this anymore. I don't think Law's a fucking sword. But if he was,
I don't think so.
If he was, it might not even be that. He's like, yo, by the way, I'm working with your grandpa. By the way, it's like, oh, word. But yeah, I don't know.
By the way, by the way, I've been working with your grandpa for the past 10 years, but we're
Luffy's like, oh, okay, cool. We'll be like, yo, what the fuck?
Yeah, no, 100%. 100%.
Yeah, you know Luffy, he'll be like, oh, okay. What?
Everyone else
Everyone else would be like that. Luffy wouldn't even. He'd be like, oh, that's my grandpa, whatever. Like,
that's how he was when the Strawhats found out Garp was his grandpa.
Yeah, dude.
He just casually brought it up. Like, oh yeah,
he was shook. If I remember. He's like,
and And then when they found out that he was the son of Dragon, everyone fucking bugged out, and he's just like, I have a dad.
He's just like, yeah,
He
whatever.
said, I got a dad.
Yeah, this
Oh,
guy's
yeah.
a clown. He told Ivankov that Ace is Goldie Rogers' son. Like, this guy's a clown. Like, he was not supposed to divulge that information. And he's like, oh yeah, it's a secret, by the way. It's like, bro, it's too late for that, bro. Like,
Before I
So-
forget, because I remember, because we've been rambling on about other stuff, and I'm sorry, Callie, but
Nah, you good? I'm chilling.
Mister, what you said earlier about addressing whether if Law is stronger than Zoro, I really quickly wanted to throw my 2 cents on that. I feel like Law
Oh,
is
I
still
forgot
stronger.
we were supposed to talk about that, bro.
Yeah,
This has been a
actually.
fucking sit down today, son. Holy shit.
I wasn't sure how long we were trying to go, so I didn't want to bring
I'm
it up
chilling.
again.
I'm got food coming, but so when that food gets here, I'll probably call it. But until then, I'm chilling.
So,
Okay.
all right, go ahead, Shaw.
I feel okay. So with that freaking devil fruit awakening, like holy shit, I don't know. I'm putting Law above like Zoro for right now, but only slightly. It's
Okay,
not
so
even, like, by a huge
Remember,
margin.
the original statement that was made in the chat was that Zoro's not on the level of Law and Kid, like nowhere even, not even close. To me, that was cap.
Yeah, that's
definitely
If you
cap.
go back and
big
read,
Close. He's the only one that tanked a double. I mean, well, he didn't.
Thank
tank
you.
It, but he's the
No,
only
he did
one
tank
that,
it. He tanked it.
Wait,
Yo,
tank
fucking
what? Wait, what are we talking about?
the double hit from Big Mom and Kaido where he blocked it for everyone.
Oh,
Yeah,
he
wait,
blocked it for
Zoro,
everyone.
Zoro definitely did that, bro.
He tanked
100%.
that shit. He got up and he did a Charlie stack. He definitely tanked it.
Yo,
Exactly.
100%,
Thank you.
100%.
Yo, YOHOHO, thank you.
I didn't want
Bro.
to say tank because I didn't know. I didn't.
It's not. Yeah, he didn't
recall
like take it and like.
Yeah,
Brush
he
that
didn't
shit
like
off.
take it. Yeah, he blocked it.
His body broke.
He blocked
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
When I think, yeah, because he did get injured massively from that.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
like, but when I say tank personally, when I say tank, I'm meaning like, oh, I just I took it to the chest, whatever. Like
I know what you mean, but
yeah. But he blocked the double Yonko attack.
Yeah.
So by himself too. So to
He
say
didn't.
that nowhere
He
near-
wasn't killed. He
that was
wasn't killed.
before-
So
and that was before the Conqueror's Haki like bloom.
moment. Yeah, yeah.
So,
yeah, no, I definitely
I'll
think
be
the
right back
idea.
for a second.
Yeah, do your thing, bro. I definitely think the idea that he's not on his level is crazy. Like everyone on that. Well, maybe not everyone, but the supernovas are supernovas for a reason, right? And I think one thing about like Zoro and Luffy is that it's always portraying like Zoro as at least kind of close to his strength. Because even look back on Arlong and Dressrosa, niggas are like, yo, this guy's not the captain. This guy's only a second man. Like,
Yeah,
how,
yeah.
how is this possible, right? Like, I definitely think that like, I mean, obviously we'll never know how the fight's gonna go and how they'll match up together. Law kind of has a fucking like Law has an ability I think that's like just fucking busted. Like,
Yeah.
right, like Gamma
Like I was
Knife.
saying before.
The Gamma Knife just obliterates niggas' insides, like, and
His-
Dope Mango
his-
had to like use his strings to reattach his organs and stuff like that. Like, so it comes down to like I feel like Law is just fucking OD, but Zoro has swords, so then it gets cut. Like, what is it? Like, how you not living a how you slash, right? Like,
So this is how I see it, right? Also, Fahig, he could have survived just by running away from that double Yonko attack. He tanked it because he was protecting Luffy. There was no other way. Like, if he didn't tank it, he would have been blown away and fucking killed. Like that's how I see it.
well,
Like,
I think what he did it. He's like, if all of us take this shit, then like we have no chance. But
Yeah.
if someone can protect everyone, then like it's way better. You know what I'm saying?
and then like you said before, he then immediately fucking took on Kaido and cut him by himself. You know what I mean? Like did his strongest attack, and then he was done. Whatever.
Yeah.
So I do think Zoro has the durability, the physical strength, the swordsmanship, and the haki, right? Law doesn't rely on haki too much. He just relies on his devil fruit. His devil fruit is one of, like I said before, the strongest devil fruits in the story of One Piece so far. Like, I don't like that shit's broken. Like,
Fucking busted. And he can fucking
it
he
is.
can teleport. Like it's his ability is fucking stupid. Like
Yeah, it's definitely ridiculous, 100%.
yeah, like it the thing
Okay,
about
okay.
these conversations
I
is
feel
that
you,
it always
Fahig,
depends.
I feel you.
It always depends on variables that we'll never fucking know. Like is Zoro's hockey stronger than Law? You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
like
like I said, I still feel like Law is a little
What's
bit
up?
stronger. But
I
here's the
agree.
thing.
I
though.
agree.
So, but here's the thing though. I don't know what it means when your hockey is so strong that you're not affected by Law shit. So, like, it reminds me of like in Dragon Ball Z. I don't know if y'all like pay that much attention to how power works in Dragon Ball Z, but whenever someone has a hacks ability or something that is like supremely overpowered, like on some cartoon level stuff, usually someone's like way stronger than you, then your hacks doesn't work, because usually hacks gets around like powerful people. But when someone's so powerful that your hacks don't work, like for instance when Boo turned Vegito into a candy ball, Vegito was so much stronger than Boo that when he did it, he was still active, still moving, still talking, and still able to fight. By the way, best fusion, I don't care what no one says. And then like just blows past that, and I think I forgot the other time, but Bobbity's mind control, like how he tried to control Vegeta was so strong and so strong-minded that he blew past his hacks. I feel like that's kind of similar in One Piece, where if your haki is so powerful that hacks abilities like laws just doesn't work. So is there an argument that Zoro, his haki at this point is so strong that law stuff his normal stuff don't work on him? Like
we're never gonna know.
Is it?
Like, it actually affect Zoro? Like he can still room himself and everything, like he did against Monster, but his room actually affect Zoro? Like,
so did they say, is it because of the hockey strength, or is it because of how massive they are?
No, it's hockey, bro. He fucking cut an island in half. It's definitely hockey, bro.
Yeah,
no, I mean to teleport someone.
To teleport them, like because someone asked them, they're like, yo, why don't you fucking just teleport them into the water while they're on the rooftop? And then he's like, their hockey's too strong. I just can't do that.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
Like because I remember the thing is that they talk about hockey strength and stuff like that, like in terms of what it means. And Virgo was saying like, your ability doesn't work on me because my hockey is too strong. And then Law's like, okay, and then he cuts him in half. And then I remember when Zoro was fighting Pika. Pika's like, you're not gonna be able to cut me. My hockey is too strong. And then Zoro's like, that's only if your hockey is stronger than mine. So I think it's something like that.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
So
but like we saw with the Awakening, he could still put his sword through it, right?
Yeah, the sword. The Awakening.
So it's more just like the teleporting type of thing.
I think more. Yeah, I think it's more the manipulating them purely, like, or some shit like that.
Yeah, like being able to like manipulate. Yeah.
Yeah, okay. But when it comes to like strength, and I think because 1-on-1 we'll never fucking know. We will literally never find out.
That fight would be OD though. That fight would be OD because Zoro, when it comes in the moment, that motherfucker is a genius when it comes to fighting, bro.
Yeah, he's an unbelievable fighter. So it would be OD. But I think, like, I do agree with Strawhat that I think Zoro is in that tier of niggas. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah. That's why I thought the statement was cap.
Like, he's not even close, is straight up capping.
That's cap. Like he's on the top for a reason. Like.
You're massively capping at that point. Like he tanked a double Yonko attack before the freaking power up, and then on top of that, he cut Kaido before the power up. Like he was on Roof Piece. Everyone that was up there on Roof Piece is top 5 Supernova. I don't care what no one says anymore.
Facts.
I would even say by the end of this arc, they're gonna be the new Yonkos.
Oh, right, like everyone that was up there on Roof Piece is top 5 Supernova among all the Supernova. So like to say that he's not in that ballpark is weird.
Insanity.
It's like you don't have to be above them. He could be a slightly behind, but to say he's still at the starting line while they're all the way at the finish line, you capping. Like he's in the race. He's in the race.
D3, what were you gonna say, bro?
So I was gonna ask. I know with the title of Warlord, you just kind of have to whoop their ass or something, and you can kind of get their title, kind of like how Luffy did, or But do you think that Luffy's gonna have to kill Kaido to get the title of Yonko, or do you think he's just gonna have to defeat him?
Just defeat him.
Luffy's never killing anyone.
I don't. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But like Yonko's such a massive title to have. Like.
The thing is, it obviously depends on how you put them out, right? Like, because it depends on the strength of your empire and how much you control the land you control, stuff like that. But the thing is that Kaido's main game has already been kind of affected by Punk Hazard and Dressrosa, and now as they take control of the factories, Kaido's dominion and empire that he's building up for the last 20 years It's in Luffy's hands already. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
If
yeah.
they drive him out of Wano, it's all. But the thing is that they have to defeat him obviously in a way that he doesn't come back. How that happens,
And that's what I'm saying. Like, Kaido is
sure.
so strong. Like, he literally says like he can't be killed. I mean, nigga jumped off of the Sky Island and didn't die. Like,
that's OD. Yeah. So like, and maybe they'll they'll be able to make the Marines like take him off or something like that.
One second, guys, bear back.
Yeah, do your thing, bro. But yeah, maybe they'll be able to get the Marines to like take him to Impel down or some shit like that. Like, so I don't know, man. Because he's still a Delphi user. Like Seasonal Shackle still work on him. You know what I'm saying?
Also, a little fun thing to side note. Luffy's a little fun power scaling thing. Luffy's attacks are stronger, have stronger attack potency than Kaido jumping off from Sky Island, hitting.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's OD. That's kind of crazy.
That's true.
Yeah, that doesn't even make sense, but like, we'll take it. Like, yeah, no, that is OD, dude. Luffy is so, and then it comes to the point where like, is Luffy on another tier than the other Supernova?
yeah.
For sure. Like, yeah, I would agree. I just didn't want to be.
Yeah.
Like, if he's fighting Kaido fucking 1-on-1, I don't think he's as.
Exactly.
I think we talked about it like an episode or two ago. Like, I don't know how much fresh Kaido, fresh Luffy, right fucking now. Like, they both got a sense of who would win, because obviously they're trying to play up how tired Kaido is.
They're both tired.
They're both tired for sure. But basically, I'm like, it's like a boss battle. You know what I'm saying? Like, like they're in like the third phase or whatever. So.
Third phase.
Yeah, no, the Supernova discussion is super interesting. Before it's too late, I wanted to make sure we got to ask our new member D3 what his like favorite moments and what made you when you were watching it, you're like, or reading it, you're like, damn, this is it, bro.
Oh yeah,
I've got like 3 or 4. I think early off in One Piece, one of my favorite ones was the moment when they got Chopper in the crew. It was one of my favorite ones. When he's like, I hope you guys come back to see you. And Luffy's like, shut up, get on my ship.
Okay. What was the moment that got you into One Piece? Was it that part?
When you were like, I'm here till the end.
Because they're two different questions. Favorite moments and what got you into it is completely different.
What made me stick with One Piece?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna be real. For like a good bit of One Piece, I wasn't really vibing with it, but my brother was like a Jehovah's Witness for One Piece every day. He would like come to my room and he's like, we're watching One Piece today. And I'm like, I don't really want to, but okay. I knew I liked the show and I wanted to watch it for a little bit after East Blue was done. So I was like, okay, I'll watch it with him for a couple months, like a month or two, and see how good it goes. But when we hit Marineford, it like Impel. I'm counting Impel down and Marineford as the same thing. Even though
I do too.
not, but,
I do too.
Yeah. But when we hit that at that moment, I was like, I love this show, and if this show goes on for 20 years, I'm gonna keep going. Cause like, I think the biggest moment that hit me really hard was when Squad stabbed Whitebeard. And Whitebeard didn't bat an eye. He just got and hugged him. He's like, you may be stupid, but you're still my son, and got up and just started boxing niggas.
Yes, he did.
Like,
that was OD.
That moment, Bon Clay when he was cheering on Luffy when he was poisoned. I've never had a show that, as a grown man, made me cry. But I feel like Oda could make you get attached to a plastic bag and make you cry.
Yo, you spitting. You actually spitting.
But this guy's talking about Whitebeard. I'm like, I'm about to tear up a little.
Bro, I dead ass, like, I cried during Chopper's backstory. Like, I bawled tears, bro, during his backstory.
I don't think there's ever. You know what we gotta do? We gotta talk about like the moments that One Piece made us cry. I think we know like the most famous ones, but I have like I have one that like.
I got one in particular.
Let's save that for the next video though.
I'm saying like for some other time, like 100%. Maybe when there's on like a break or something, we could talk about sincere moments.
Yeah, I'd love that.
No, definitely. One good thing, no break next week.
There's no break. Yeah. Oh yeah, this is third week in a row. Oda trying to finish this shit up, bro. He's trying to play.
Even he started Big Mom, bro.
No cap.
Yeah, holy.
This has been definitely a great episode, but my food got here, and I ain't gonna lie. If I don't stop it now, I know we can keep going for like another hour. You feel me?
I'm trying to go play Dying Light too, bro.
Appreciate everybody in the chat, everybody that's watching on YouTube, Spotify that hung out with us today. Checked out the chapter. We will be back next week with chapter 1040. We're gonna do a round review for that. We'll do all that. Been real. Appreciate everybody that listened to stuff. And yeah, that's it, I guess, right?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, guys. Y'all take it easy. Be safe. Be healthy, and we will see y'all when we see y'all.
Peace, guys.
Peace,
Peace.
guys.
Take care, chat.
Later.
Thank you.
Nice.
Fire, man. That was
That was a sick ass.